Okay, as we discussed, communications during an event are essential. You're going to need to be able to get in touch with your people. Your team members, of course, need to be told. Just having the plan doesn't do anybody any good if they haven't been told the plan's being activated. Anyone think of a recent example from history where they had a great plan, they just forgot to tell people what the plan was, or that they were members of the team? Katrina. They had a great plan to load up all the citizens in buses and drive them to safety. Who did they forget to tell?
The people that were going.
The bus drivers. They forgot to tell the bus drivers, who had grabbed their family and gone north. See, because they were worried about their families. You also need to be able to tell all the folks who aren't on the team but are under your responsibility what's going on. In a lot of cases, what we've gone to is call-in numbers where status can be updated easily, and it can be done simultaneously. So even if there's a lot of employees all calling at the same time, as happens during an event, you can do rumor control, and they don't step on each other in their transmissions. Website's another good one. The federal government has one for inclement weather. I'm not making this up. There's a penguin in the corner of the website, and the penguin changes based on the weather. If it's too cold and it's cold conditions, they have like a scarf and earmuffs on him, and if it's hot, he's wearing sunglasses. I'm totally serious. It's an OPM website, and it tells people when the federal government will be closed for inclement weather. It's useful. It's handy. In schools, they do this a lot too. Who is it they're informing? All the teachers and all the employees? Parents. Oh, parents are deadly, man. They want to know, and they want to know now, right? No matter, even if the answer is we don't know anything, they want to know that. Good. The plan should be able to tell you who is the one getting in touch with the people and who are the people they're getting in touch with. Contact information for vendors, contact information for regulators, contact information for local authorities, contact information for, who's another stakeholder? Contact information for software support, right? Good. How are they doing it? In Arlington, Virginia, on September 11th, 2001, could we just pick up the phone and call people?
No.
Why not?
Phone lines are jammed.
Jam-packed. Cell phones in particular did not work. Anybody know what did work?
CB radio.
I don't know. It might have. That's really interesting. It's very possible. Yeah. Landlines, lower efficacy than usual, little better than cell phones. Texting, SMS worked really well for some reason. And Blackberries. Blackberries were huge. Again, Leslie pointed out, you want the same story going out to all parties. You want to have a uniform voice, hopefully one representative. You don't want to obscure any part of it. You don't need to be hysterical. You know, it doesn't do you any good if the person you set up in front of the TV, we're all going to die. No, that doesn't help. You don't want someone who's going to be panicky. But you do not want to cushion the blow either. It's always much nicer to be able to say later on, the trouble's not as bad as we thought it was, as opposed to, oh yeah, it's a lot worse than we thought it was, right? Anyone think of a recent example where they kept delaying notification and they kept minimizing the dangers or minimizing the impact? Toyota. Which one was that? With the brakes? I have to disagree with that one, just slightly. Was it ever proven that any of their software was bad? No. It turned out in every single case when they recovered the black boxes and they reviewed the data, it was all what? Driver error.
Wait, who reviewed the data?
First Toyota did, and then when everyone got upset about that, obviously, they allowed external auditors to look at it, including Department of Transportation. So, yeah, that one was a bit of hysteria in the other direction. And we see that sometimes with certain products. I'm thinking of Sony. Anyone got a PlayStation 3 and go through that whole fiasco when they got Anonymous hacked? Okay. What did they say at first?
It'll be up in a couple days.
Network was just down.
Just down. Yeah. Just a network outage. Just normal. Routine maintenance. Then what? We've been hacked, but don't worry. All of your information is safe. Then what?
He took everything. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Sorry. This is the beauty part. Your credit card information has been exposed, but all of your privacy data is okay. Liars! Okay, they got everything and the building's on fire, right? Oh, man. That was a brutal one. You also need a process in your plan for reporting problems, including problems you're having with the response. A team member can't make it. How do they report in and tell you? There's something wrong with the alternate site. How do they report to the other team members? We don't have a copy of the plan here. How do we get it? What is the process for communicating? And who are they communicating with? Who's running things back in the shop, right? Yeah. You're going to need multiple copies of this plan if you're in multiple sites. You might just want it in multiple offices, even if they're in the same structure, right? Even if they're in the same building. You're going to need all this data. Again, you're handing over the keys to the kingdom in written form. You're going to get down to seat assignments at the alternate site? Aren't we getting into like wedding level drama here now? I don't want it to sit with Andy. He chews loud, you know? Do you really want all that in the plan? It depends. It depends on what you think is going to be appropriate for your plan. Do you need to know the caterers? Yeah, heck yeah. You need to know there's going to be food available at that site. And you're going to be there for a while. And you're going to need a way to pay for all of that. Sometimes you want the account set up before you depart. Sometimes you want it prepaid, right? Because you're putting this plan all over the place, what else do you need on the plan? Literally on the plan itself. On that page.
Confidential.
Yeah, well, you need the labeling for sure. You need the classification labeling, definitely. And put a version number on it so that everybody knows they're using the same plan. Have it on every page. You know, version control is going to be huge. So they're all literally knowing that they're working off the same plan. You want to have shipping capabilities or alternate means of getting freight there if necessary. You want to be able to keep a journal of the damages that you've already seen. Who's going to want that information? Your insurance provider. You're going to want them. They will help shepherd you along the way. They'll help you do the valuation of the event itself as well. Your insurance providers will help you do the valuation of that event. They'll help you assess the damage. And they're going to want to be apprised all the way along the way because they're going to help pay you back for it too.